I would settle to be destined to live past next year. Celeste, soon we will make them all bow down to us. I swear this to you. Sure. Let's just keep practicing for that backup plan. We need to get out of here before they discover you or realize I'm not mated to anyone here. I wish you would have more faith in us and our gift. Maybe then we would be able to control it. Kara went to the corner of my mind and lightly blocked me. She was the only one that knew about my sight and how broken it was. I was never able to train it, so my premonitions would come only seconds before they came true, and usually too late for me to stop them. It was frustrating, especially because they gave me splitting migraines after. My gift could cripple me, but thankfully I was not allowed to go to the pack doctor to get it looked at, so my secret was safe. I started to wash myself as well as I could. My small room was basically a half bath that no one used. My bed was under the sink and the toilet was on the other end of the room. The few changes of clothes and a wash rag were neatly hung from the side of the metal slab that I used as a mirror. The sink was broken, the tap hadn't worked in years, so I used a pot of water for washing. I fiddled with my raven black hair to make the bun secure and sighed. Time to get to work. The Alpha has requested all the Omegas in the hallway. Hurry! I groaned. When the Alpha spoke with the Omegas, it was usually to let us know that something was not done how the Luna and her daughter wanted, and one of us would end up with a beating. Occasionally, Sandra would cry to her father with lies about being disrespected. So every Omega got a beating. I rushed to the hallway, and Jeff was already making an announcement. We're having guests next week. As you all may know, Sandra received her wolf 2 months ago. All unmated alphas and betas will be arriving for the full moon to see if they are mated to my daughter. Well, but only Alpha Markus from the Crescent Moon Pack is good enough to be with my Sandra. Alpha Markus is powerful. So is his pack. You all must serve him well. I suppressed a roll of the eyes. Werewolves could only find their mate during a full moon. This was also when the she-wolves were most fertile. Luna Luisa was the old Gamma's daughter. She had managed to get the Alpha drunk enough during a full moon and seduced him. When the Gamma found his daughter was pregnant, he had tried to make Alpha Jeff take responsibility. It is said that he was Alpha Jeff's first kill. Sandra was slightly younger than I was when Alpha Jeff took the throne and challenged my father. When my mother took her life, Alpha Jeff came back and took Luna Luisa as his chosen mate. The rumor was that although she was Luna, the Alpha took women to bed at any time he wished. It made me feel bad for the Luna. Their daughter Sandra was average-looking, but as rotten to the core as her parents. I could almost bet my life that none of the ranked members coming to visit would be her destined mate. The Moon Goddess did not reward cruel wolves. Alpha Jeff had never found his destined mate. I had a feeling the Moon Goddess would never grant him one. A destined mate was said to complete a soul, enhance their power and abilities, and allow a pack to flourish and create a peaceful and loyal pack. The Blood Moon Pack, having no destined Luna, was ruled through fear and cruel punishments to anyone that dared stand against it. Its members were either as cruel as the Alpha, or too weak to stand up and right the wrongs. Alpha Jeff's voice broke my thoughts. Celeste, you are in charge of all meals during the duration of their stay. Alpha Markus is a gentleman who lives a high-quality life. He pays attention to small details, food especially. So breakfast, lunch, and dinners all need to be perfect. Celeste, you have to cook to impress Alpha Markus. Anything less and you will deal with me after the visitors are gone. Don't forget to give the Gamma a list of the supplies you need. I bowed my head in submission at his Alpha tone. It never really affected me the same as everyone due to having Alpha blood myself. But I had learned to recognize it and pretend. I answered, Yes, Alpha.
and you can pick someone to help you.
Yes, Alpha. Without another word, the Alpha left. In the pack, most of the other girls could barely manage to put together sandwiches, but cooking was always my favorite thing to do. Creating something delicious from the ingredients and hearing the positive comments on the food always made me happy. This also reduced the bad moods of Alpha Jeff, and we could avoid some beatings. Occasionally, I was even allowed to experiment with new recipes. I picked a girl who was capable of following cooking instructions, and then everyone returned to their duties for the day. I returned to my so-called room and began planning the menu. Soon, it was the day all the ranked visitors arrived. The Luna surprised us all with 2 used sets of decent clothing. All the Omegas usually wore throwaway clothes that were either stained or ripped. However, I was not super happy about this, as the new clothes were not baggy enough for me to hide my breasts. When I started hitting puberty, my bosom blossomed a little too enthusiastically. This made me a target to the horny, unmated warriors, and even some mated. I changed and looked at my blurry reflection in my makeshift mirror. Today's the day. Are you ready, Kara?
Fuck yes, I am. We've got this.